another university down in, well, I won't mention where it was, but it's where I-10 is going this way and another highway is coming down from the north and it meets right there. There's a university there, right along 10, so you could figure out where it was. Just think about it, look at the map. So I gave a lecture, it was a Shia program, it was a lecture. It was during the same era. And at that time, it was a lot of Arabs that was close to Iranians, the Arab Shias. They had two big organizations, but they had to kind of cut them back because the Arabs would grab the parents and tell the student, if you don't come back home, I'm going to keep your mama. I mean, that was pretty tough. It's a pretty tough one there. And they know they mean it too. So anyway, after the lecture, something got on a conversation, and in those days, I would never say anything about anyone that had prominence, you know. So they picked up on one little hint that I had said, and so they kept at me, you know, where you're at a meeting, you know, when you're eating and everything late at night, and you're just talking. So they kept on. Finally, I said, I don't like Rafsanjani. I don't trust him. And it's been a long time since I done trusted him. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And guess what? Everybody agreed. They didn't say, I agree. Right? And over at the Daftar, when that program up there in New York was finished, the one in 1990, when I came back and visited the Daftar, it was a whole crew. They was Rafsanjaniites. And I visited the office. And finally, one of them said, you know, that's a great man. You know, and they was burning up. But what you know, in other words, take it or leave it. But let's get a picture of what we have in the United States. When the revolution is successful, there's more Iranian students in the United States than any other group. They're all from, well, you know, you're a student here, you got to be middle class or upper middle class, you know what I mean? You know, you got to have a little, you can't just be lucky and just. So, they're here, and the MSA PSG, Muslim Student Association, Persian-speaking group, was different from the other MSA, Muslim Student Association. Arabs, Pakistanis, basically Sunnis. The MSA PSG was a Muslim Student Association, PSG. When I first was traveling around America, you know, raising funds and giving talks, everybody invited me to MSA. This is before ISNA came out. MSA, hey, I was top billing. But they said, we would like for you to stay away from Iranians. They did it twice. One up in Portland, Oregon, the other time in Iowa. I said, no, I ain't doing that. Then all of a sudden, the flashing lights, Imam Musa here, click, 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 that goes out. But with the Iranians, it kept right on rolling. And it got bigger. Pretty soon, the only person that was free to travel around the United States and really knew how to hit the points about them and what they're dealing with was me. It was so deep that it was getting to be almost a personality cult, because they would ask me, Imam Musa, what are we going to do? In other words, what are they going to do back in Iran? See, in those days, you had to have a week before the newspaper from Iran got here, or even longer. So it wasn't just go on the internet and it's a thing, you know. So they would ask me, because I was older than they was, and I had experience in this stuff. And we had experience in rebellion and revolution. We've been all over Africa, and we're studying while we're going. We had more experience than any of them, because they were students, right? Therefore, what they did was they depended on me. And you got to remember, I have to be accurate or they're not going to. The accuracy was so, it's like the accuracy now. Like you would think that as isolated as I am, I'm cut off from this, cut off from that, cut off, and totally surrounded. How am I still that accurate on this stuff right here? Accurate, accurate, accurate. In fact, the accuracy is not getting worse, it's improving. It's improving. You could tell last week, 2 weeks ago, when I mentioned about Afghanistan and what they might do here, that you notice how quiet, when the guy come back on to say, you could tell in his voice that that the level of respect had moved up, right? It had moved up. I mean, I could hear it. If you couldn't hear it, I could hear it, because of how quiet it was. It took time to respond and thank you, and for several days I was getting calls. Remember downstairs, you thought I was talking to you and I was talking on the phone? Because everybody is calling and ho-humming. And so, I didn't want to get to this, but we're here, so I'm going to deal with it. This is very important. This is super important. Number one, the Savaki agents, most of them stayed here. All the votes here will not be for Ahmadinejad. The votes here this time was not for whatever his name is right now. Right? This is for everybody else. All of their friends that are running. So you got to remember now, the guys that were students years ago, that's 40 years ago, that's 30-something years ago. They're running the show now. They're in pocket. They're in pocket. All of them that went back remember what I told them. They're in pocket. But, you know the picture I show you of when I'm on the Iranian newspaper and all that, Walayati Faqih, you would think that was a friendly article. Although it said exactly what I said. It's an Iranian newspaper to show everybody there, this is the Imam Musa's position. So there will be nothing. Everybody, they're telling, this is his position. Walayati Faqih. You've been hearing it all the time. Walayati Faqih, I don't care, they got Afghanis right up the street. Ulama, right up the street. Queen's Chapel, something right up the street. I'm telling you, you could throw a rock from there up to there. Turban and all that stuff. You want me to come by and tea? I said, no, I don't. I got it covered. I don't need it. Why? I don't really support the Walayati Faqih. Well, good, you can stay at home. What the hell I need you coming by here for if you don't support Walayati Faqih? All the people over the last several years, they've gotten bolder and bolder. The minute Imam died, I picked it up in the way they was acting. That's why I gave the lecture on you've been working in a sewer and you can't smell yourself, but I can. Why? Because I'm in touch with it. I mean, really, see, I know the value of the Islamic Revolution. It's not perfect, but look what it's done in the world. Hey, man. For it to survive is a super duper miracle. With all the stuff that the U.S. is throwing at it, and every group, USAID, the Democratic Union to Save Humanity, all of that crap is anti-Iranian, right? Everything they got. Can you imagine everything they got is pointed at Iran? And if a guy comes in and says, well, whether he meant it or not, we'll make a little something or other and get rid of your atomic stuff. But Netanyahu and them boys, they don't care what your deal was. And Joe Biden said, we're going to, election time, or don't you worry, we're going to put all that back. It ain't nothing happened since. And he done had 8 months, 7 months to do something, right? That's a long time. He could have saved his homeboys if they did it early enough. The people are complaining about the election was rigged, right? Okay, that was a smart move. They can't take a chance. The whole superstructure is here. And I'm sure even friends of ours like Ahmadinejad, they should know that this is not, they have their time to organize all over the world. In every organization that's Iranian outside of Iran is managed like the people here. It's managed. It's 100% boss man. And I've tested them. They cooperate 100%. And even my family right down there, I test them. They all that stuff jive. Yeah, you got to test stuff. Yeah, ain't nobody. I'm not going to sit up here. Maybe it might seem callous, but it's not callous. It's correct. Because see, we're not playing the people's lives in the world. You do right, or they're gonna kill so many people. If you do the right thing, you may be able to, instead of 100,000 getting killed, you may break it down to 2,000, maybe even 20,000. But that's your decision. How many people are you going to save? So you can't be playing. You can smile all you want. You can pretend like well, I'll be doggone. That's all right. But you have to do is cold, calculated reality. And lives depend. Everything that happens that has a number of lives attached to it. And you see the Negroes that are doing what they're doing. When I look at poor Malcolm Shabazz, they led that guy to get beat with baseball bats, man. And they knew he didn't know nothing about nothing. Them niggas got him killed. Them niggas that I know, they got him killed. And I know they got him killed, and they know I know they got him killed. And there's no reason for it. The guy would take girlfriends to the Muslim programs, right? If you had him in a program, hell, he didn't pray at your house. I had friends, hey, man. He probably knew how, I'm sure. But they were just using him. And how he's going to come out of the prison and it's not that I could have did anything about it. And the guy that he mentions as, that's my Imam, I have allegiance, I said, shoot, that's the biggest tattletale. I knew he was a tattletale the day I saw him. Because that's how it works. This stuff that's going on now, hey man, it's world changing stuff. And sometime when it all hits you, you realize why you behave like you do. You still have kindness, love, mercy, happiness, and all that as part of it. That's your profile. You never change that. But the way they act, these people are murderers, man. Them niggas they'll murder your behind and then go on and sit down. And it's not some of them, all of them that you know, all that I'm